Hi everyone, and welcome back to the tasting room. We're sampling today one of the Kentucky staples here. This is Four Roses Bourbon. So Four Roses here is distilled in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. And they do have two major mash bills. They have a 60% corn, 35% rye, 5% malted barley. And then they have a 75% corn, 20% rye, 5% malted barley. And I thought that was interesting because 5% for the malted barley is relatively low compared to a lot of distilleries. Most of them use 10, 12, 15% malted barley that I've found anyway. And they're using that for the malted barley primarily for the enzymes to help convert the starches into sugars. So we have a very light nose on this one here. Maybe a little bit of honey. Kind of, almost a little bit buttery. And there's a hint of a kind of a light fruit note, like a pear. But again, very, very light. All right, on the palate, getting a kind of a soft butterscotch. I also want to say a little bit floral, a little bit of honey in there. Not a whole lot of character though, not a whole lot of depth. On the finish, I'm getting cracked black pepper. Medium length finish, not terribly long. There is kind of an off, kind of an aftertaste there that it leaves you with. I can't quite place it. Maybe it's a little bit of ethanol coming through. I do believe that Four Roses ages all of their barrels for at least 5 years. So it's not a real old whiskey by any means. It's not terribly young. But there's something, I don't know, there's something off on that finish that I'm not digging. But yeah, prior to that note kind of coming up, you do have a little bit of that black pepperiness there. Kind of leads me to believe, with the lack of intense sweetness, it kind of leads me to believe that this one is the 60% corn, 35% rye mash bill, but I'm not 100% sure. I couldn't find that in reference to this particular bourbon. I just know that the distillery uses those two mash bills. So anyway, that's my guess based on the flavor profile. All right, so let's rate this one here. On the nose, we had some lighter notes, but that's that's not necessarily a bad thing. We had a little bit of honey in there, a little bit floral, a little bit of that kind of a lighter fruit, kind of a pear note in there. Pleasant enough. Not a ton of character, but light and pleasant. I'm gonna go ahead and give the nose 19 points. And the taste, I was hoping it was gonna open up a little bit more than it did. It kind of stayed light, a little bit of butterscotch, a little bit of honey. Again, a little bit floral, but not too much else going on there on the palate. I'm gonna go ahead and give the taste 18 points. Finish was medium length. Did have a nice peppery spice there. Probably lent to the rye there, but again, there was just a little bit of an off taste on the finish that I couldn't quite place. I'm gonna go ahead and give the finish 18 points, and then we'll go ahead and give the balance for this 19. That's going to leave me with an overall score of 74 points for this Four Roses Kentucky Straight Bourbon. So there you have it, folks. A little bit lower of a score, but it's a $20 bottle. It's kind of their, this isn't their big their single barrel or anything. This is just kind of their baseline whiskey. Probably lends itself a little bit more to cocktails than drinking neat, but that's okay. We like a nice cocktail every now and again. And if you're looking for one that doesn't have so much of an overpowering rye spice or anything, this may be the one for you. So. But anyway, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up or leave a comment in the comment section down below. I'd love to read them. Then if you're not already a member of my channel, go ahead and hit that button and subscribe. And then after you do, hit that little bell next to the subscribe button to make sure you get notifications of new videos that come out. I do have them come out every weekend, and I'd hate for you to miss one. So go ahead and do that for me, and I will see you again next week right here on The Tasting Room.